Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a busy student who feels like you are constantly fighting your own biology just to sit down and crack open a textbook, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're literally going to transform you from a distracted spectator into a focused achiever. How? By actually hacking your daily biology to build a highly effective, totally simple starter plan. Because let's be real, we've all been there, right? Staring blankly at a glowing screen for hours, trapped in this endless doom scroll, and then wondering why we feel so incredibly exhausted while simultaneously falling miles behind everyone else. It's an absolutely maddening, anxiety-inducing trap. But today, we're flipping the script. We are putting together a starter plan that uses really specific biological triggers to lower your stress hormones. We're going to pull you out of that scattered, reactionary state and drop you right into a zone of calm, elite focus. It's all about getting your brain chemistry to actually work for you instead of against you. So here is how we're breaking it down. We've structured 9 scientifically backed habits into a complete daily schedule. We'll start with the distraction trap, move into morning dopamine, hit midday deep work tactics, and wrap up with evening melatonin and recovery. All right, jumping right into phase 1, the distraction trap, and how to ruthlessly protect your attention. The absolute core goal of this entire system is to stop being a spectator. You have to ruthlessly protect your attention. Think of your brain like a gas tank. You only have a finite amount of cognitive energy each day. When you stop reacting to every single notification that pops up and start shielding those reserves, you finally stop that constant mental drain that makes studying feel so impossible. Okay. Moving right along to phase 2, which is honestly the most critical part of your day, morning and protecting your dopamine. You need to treat this like your new biological rulebook. First, wake up naturally, then zero phone for the first 30 minutes, and finally, this is a tough one, delay your caffeine for 90 minutes. Why? Well, biologically, this allows a sleep chemical called adenosine to naturally clear out of your brain. If you just chug coffee immediately, you're just masking that chemical, which practically guarantees a massive, exhausting energy crash later in the afternoon. And here is the trap so many of us fall into. Grabbing your phone to check a stressful group chat or aimlessly scrolling TikTok the literal second you wake up, that forces your brain straight into reaction mode. You're giving your brain this instant, unearned flood of cheap dopamine. And because you spiked it doing absolutely nothing, your brain is now biologically hardwired to crave quick, lazy stimulation for the rest of the day instead of, actually studying. So, when that morning hesitation hits and your warm bed feels like an absolute magnet, use the 3-second kill switch. Your brain's natural instinct is to protect you by picking the laziest path possible, so don't even give it time to argue. Just count down, 3, 2, 1, and physically move. Taking that physical action completely bypasses the hesitation and forces your brain right into a state of momentum. And to really cement that momentum, tackle your hardest, absolute, most important task before 11 a.m. Thanks to your natural circadian rhythm, your biological energy and cognitive focus are peaking right about now. Securing that one early win is exactly how you prevent that dreaded afternoon brain fog from totally derailing your day. With your morning officially won, let's pivot to phase 3, midday deep work tactics to sustain your execution. You can actually permanently destroy procrastination with the 2-minute rule. It goes like this. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, like shooting back a quick email or organizing a file, do it immediately. Biologically speaking, those tiny delayed tasks stay open in your subconscious, and they just slowly drain your cognitive energy. Knocking them out instantly closes those loops and builds unstoppable momentum. Now, for those longer, really grueling study sessions, use the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 solid minutes, then take a strict 5-minute break. And listen, that break isn't just for fun. Biologically, that 5-minute rest is giving your brain time to replenish the neurotransmitters you just burned through. That's what allows you to lock back into deep work without completely burning out your cognitive capacity. We live in an insanely loud, overstimulating world. To counteract that, try sitting in total silence for just 10 minutes a day. No phone, no music, zero distractions. Neurologically, removing all that external stimuli immediately downregulates your sympathetic nervous system. It physically drops your cortisol and stress levels, flushing out all that noise so you can get back to true mental clarity. Which brings us to the final teardown of your day, phase 4, evening, focusing heavily on melatonin and recovery. Your physical environment actively dictates your brain chemistry. If your desk looks like a tornado just hit it, covered in old coffee cups and crumpled paper, that actually spikes your cortisol and signals chaos to your brain. By clearing the clutter and strictly treating your desk as a workspace and your bed as a sleep space, you're training your brain's spatial memory to know exactly what it should be doing, which directly lowers anxiety. To truly recover, you have got to implement a digital sunset 30 to 60 minutes before you go to sleep. Here is the biological reality of this. The artificial blue light beaming from your phone literally tricks your brain into thinking the sun is still up. That aggressively halts your natural production of melatonin. And without that sleep hormone, your rest is shallow, leaving you totally restless and fatigued the next morning. Actually, speaking of the next morning, you can prevent tomorrow's brain fog tonight. Just take 5 minutes before you go to sleep to write down your top priorities for the next day. By outsourcing that list to a piece of paper, your brain doesn't have to burn precious morning glucose trying to figure out what to do next. You just wake up calm, in control, and ready to go. Really, it all comes down to this core truth. Going offline is exactly where true clarity lives. Stepping away from all that digital noise and protecting your biological boundaries, it isn't just about getting better grades. It's about literally reclaiming control of your own mind. So, you now have a biologically backed daily starter plan to stop being a spectator and start building your unfair advantage. My final question for you is this. Which of these focus hacks are you going to actually try tomorrow? Are you going to endure the 90-minute caffeine delay, maybe trigger that 3-second kill switch, or start your digital sunset tonight? Pick just one, take back your focus, and I will see you in the next explainer.